when we clarify INDRIVE as a business, it's because Zimbabwe does not have many jobs. And even the government knows that Zimbabweans, they will find a way. That's the truth. You just don't have to be lazy. You just have to find the way to survive.
This young man went from selling airtime to becoming successful in the business of INDRIVE. Now he owns 2 cars which are generating revenue for him.
I don't know if you read Rich Daddy Poor Daddy.
Yes, I did.
That's the term that I just used. Looking at Zimbabwe, it's not a country that you can say, I should go like this way.
Yeah.
You should just go like this way. That's the way to achieve something.
Are people making money from airtime?
People are making a lot of money. A lot of money. I don't know nowadays.
Yes.
But by the time that I used to sell airtime,
yes,
people were earning a living. And I can tell you 90% of people that have 5 years or 4 years or 3 years selling airtime, they now own houses. They are landlords.
I want to understand the kind of business that you are doing right now. What are you doing?
Right now, I can say I'm into content creation and also doing INDRIVE.
INDRIVE?
Yeah, it's the backbone of my business.
So INDRIVE is the backbone of your business?
Yeah, because that's where I'm earning so far.
How's the business of INDRIVE?
Yeah, as a point of view, for me, I think it's the best. In terms of other jobs that I have been doing, I think it's the best.
Also, you're comparing with other jobs that you have done before,
yeah,
and you think that INDRIVE for you is the best?
Yeah, it's the best.
Why, from your own perspective, why do you think that INDRIVE is good for you?
On INDRIVE, I can say if you have your car,
yes,
you don't need capital. You are just earning money.
So your car is your capital?
Yeah, it's your capital. So starting it with your car, that means you don't need another capital. You are just earning money daily basis.
So looking back, when did you start the business of INDRIVE?
I started, I think it's now like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, it's now like 2 years doing INDRIVE.
Per month, how much are we talking about when I start a business like that?
Comparing it now or
back then?
Back then.
Yeah, back then and now. I want to know both sides.
Back then you might get even $100
per day.
Per day.
100 per day.
100 per day. Straight 100 to pocket it in your without saying we deduct fuel or we deduct those money for the charges. Straight profit. $100. You earn $100 per day.
So now what's happening? What about now?
When the business is on demand, it will be crowded. Mostly in Zimbabwe, if the job, people say INDRIVE.
Yeah.
It will be crowded. Like now, the cars are now many, the drivers. And the clients, I can say the clients are fewer. Because the drivers are many. If you just see a ride just pop up like that, then it's gone. Just like that. And most of the people, they now don't consider the car you have or the name or the the rides you have. You might have 2,000 rides and a person can accept someone who have 5 rides.
So people are no longer considering the experience that you have.
Yeah,
they're just taking everyone.
I think distance, they now consider distance because people will be in a rush. That's what they consider. Although there are some of them who consider rides, ratings, and but most of the people now consider distance. Is this driver near me? Is this driver near me?
But it seems like today everyone who has
a car, especially the after hour, some of the people coming for their job, they will be just on INDRIVE. Everyone. And some of the people, they are doing INDRIVE while they are at the job. Like those ones that work in town. They open their INDRIVE. If they see a ride, then they say, I can rush, then I come back at work. That's what others do.
They will probably go to the toilet. I'm going to the toilet.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They leave.
That's what they do.
So at the end of the day, I feel like you can, today, even though the drivers are many, you can earn a living where you are making money that can feed your family. Yeah,
you can. But when we clarify INDRIVE as a business, I think it's because Zimbabwe does not have many jobs. Because in other countries, INDRIVE is not like a normal job. They just use it. Maybe you are coming from work.
Yes.
You want to go to Chitungiza. You just look for someone who's going to Chitungiza. So that's what other countries do. But in Zimbabwe, it's now treated just like a business. That's why you see in Zimbabwe, they just put tax or on every ride. You know that? They put tax on every ride. If you want to go to Chitunguza, there is a tax that is deducted. I don't know where it goes, but I know that there is a tax that they deduct from, because it's now treated as a job.
Also, now in Zimbabwe, it's now being treated as a job, and people are now paying tax. You guys are now paying tax.
Yeah, you pay tax. I'm not sure with the percent. I never calculated, but there is a certain percent that they deduct. There is a percent for INDRIVE, the owner of the application, which is 10%. Then there is another percent, which is VAT. So I think that's the other point, which is making it to earn low, because if you add those taxes, then you are left with nothing.
When I'm looking at you as someone who is very young.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
You're less than 25 years.
Yeah, I'm less than
How old are you?
I'm 24 years.
24 years?
Yeah, it's good.
And you've managed to buy 2 cars. Now you have 2 cars.
I used to have 3 cars. I used to have
3 cars?
Yeah. You know me, when I finished O-level, I studied management information systems. That's the job that I wanted to do. But looking at Zimbabwe, it's not a country that you can say, I should go like this way.
Yeah.
You should just go like this way. That's the way to achieve something. You know, some of the people that I learned with, they are just following. Like, I don't know if you read Rich Daddy Poor Daddy.
Yes, I did.
That's the term that I just used. You just don't have to go this way. You just have to go that way.
So the way you are saying, it seems like, yes, people are saying Zimbabwe is hard, but in your case, you say, yes, I know that Zimbabwe is hard, but I am going to hustle.
Yeah, that's the truth about Zimbabwe. You just have to find a way. And even the government knows that Zimbabweans, they will find a way. That's the truth. You just don't have to be lazy. You just have to find the way to survive. Because at the end, you need money. Even if the country is what it is, you just need the money. So you just have to hustle.
What was your first job? You're 24, my brother. What was your first job?
If I can tell you, I just have 2 jobs. The first one, I was selling airtime. I used to be a brand ambassador for Net1.
Airtime?
Yeah, airtime.
Wait.
Selling airtime.
Selling airtime?
Airtime. That Net1 airtime.
Are people making money from airtime?
People are making a lot of money. I don't know nowadays.
Yes.
But by the time that I used to sell airtime,
yes,
people were earning a living. And I can tell you 90% of people that have 5 years or 4 years or 3 years selling airtime, they now own houses. They are landlords.
They are owning houses now?
Yeah, they are owning houses.
How? So you're saying that airtime pays that much?
Airtime pays a lot, bruh. You know the thing with the money, I can say the formula about money is to earn money daily basis. Be it you are doing content creation, you earn every day. It's totally different for someone who's going to work being paid. I cannot say being paid per month, because even content creation, you'll be working, but your money will be calculated, then given.
Content creation, you see your money every day. Like today, maybe I made $100 tomorrow.
That's the thing. That's the thing that you have to do. You just have to find something that can generate money daily. That you can see today, I've worked $2, which means it motivates you that tomorrow you want to work for $3. Tomorrow you want to work for $4. Me, when I start. It's very funny if I tell you, but if you ask my mom, I started with bus fare money, like $1. Like $1. That's when I started. Then I was given stock. You know, at Net1, if you're a brand ambassador, they give you stock.
Yes.
So that you go and sell, then you come back with the money. So we used to be given 5 lines. So you'll be given 5 lines and you'll be told you must sell them at maybe $1, because that time it was like 100 bond. So you get them on 100 bond, then you sell them at $1.
Yes.
Which means you earn those bonds like if the rate was at 200 bond, which means you was earning 100 bond. Yes. Then you'll be given airtime maybe for $50. So those money that the commission you'll be given at the end of the month, but you also have the money, those 100 bonds. So that's how I started, and I managed to buy my first car with only selling airtime and lines.
Selling
Industries.
airtime.
Yeah. If people knows me, they will tell you that we used to saw this guy coming from town to Mbare. That's where my market used to be. Because in Mbare, people believe in everyone who's
Yes.
just wearing anything,
Yes.
selling. They will say, we need a line, we need a replacement.
Yeah.
That's how I started.
The reason why I'm shocked, people, when they're looking at people who sell airtime, they laugh at them.
You know I love that thing, because if someone comes to you downgrading you, like this person is poor, or
Yes,
this person
yes.
does not have money, the thing that they do, they want to impress you, so they might leave you $1. But they don't know that you are leaving $1 to someone who have more than what you have.
Yes, yes.
So that thing, I don't want to lie to you. You might say, this one does not have money, but it's the good thing to him because he's earning. You just give him that $1. Maybe you are just making it like it's 1 cent, but to him it's not 1 cent, because how many people gave him like that $1?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's going with $25 profit.
I was surprised. There are guys who sell roasted maize along Chiremba Road.
Yeah.
I always see them every day when I'm commuting from town to here using a combi. I was one of those people who would look at these people and say, God have mercy upon them. You see? But then, since I'm a content creator, I approached them. Look, I want to make a video with you.
Yeah.
And can you tell me more details? How much are you making? And how much are you investing? Bro, they are going to Mbare and buying maize at a lower price. So you are saying I'm making $50 per day.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they make $50 per day.
I mean,
the thing in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have got let me say high taxi. So if you are working an informal job, there is no the way that they can grab tax from you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that guy who sells maize,
he's not paying tax.
From that $50, there is no tax mostly. Maybe those guys that come then say, we want $2. You are saying you are selling here in the street.
Cancel.
That little money, we don't count it.
Yeah.
But if you take big jobs, like they pay building taxes, money taxes, then in bank accounts, that's why you see, and someone who's doing informal job in Zimbabwe earn more than person who's doing formal job. Even those nurses and teachers, on their salary, there will be more taxes. They that's the thing in Zimbabwe. So you just have to find something that you earn money daily. If you read that book that I tell you, Rich Dad Poor Dad,
I read it.
Talks about the taxes. I even see in in like if you visit Borodale. Those white houses. If you see that person, most of them, they will have some villas in the compound, but you'll be living in that way. Those compounds are there just to pay taxes so that he will live free.
Oh, okay.
That's the term that they use.
So there's a certain house that is generating revenue, and that revenue is going to pay tax.
It doesn't even pay for electricity bills. Those things, they just cover itself. That's the term about having man.
The idea, the way you're saying it is brilliant.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So looking at INDRIVE now, are you going to continue doing it as you yourself, you are seeing that the market now, like INDRIVE in general, there are a lot of people who are coming, or you are looking for an alternative and say, maybe in the future, if this goes down, I'm going this direction?
Zimbabwe, I see it as a country which is developing, which means there are more jobs to come. Me, I'm just waiting for another job just to pop up, then I just vanish. Because I know when a job comes in Zimbabwe, that's where the money is.
Yes.
I told you that I used to sell airtime. It was benefiting that time. Now I'm doing INDRIVE. It's benefit. It's now, I cannot say it's now benefiting. It choose to be benefiting. I'm just waiting for another opportunity to blow up, then I vanish. Just like that.
So that's what I do. Do you think that airtime today is no longer paying?
Yeah, to someone might say it's paying, but for me, it's no longer paying it compared to what it used to be. You can even take $10, and from that $10, you earn like $15 profit, just generating that $10 back then. But now, it seems like everyone is now just using mobile monies, Eco Cash and what. So the market is now low, Even the money, generally the money, I don't know which criteria the government just used right now. Those change money, they were arrested back then and all those things. I think it affected that market, the black market. So
I want to look at how you guys work as an INDRIVE driver during the night. How is it working during the night as an INDRIVE driver?
For someone who would experience, I think you won't be afraid of many things. But if you are starting, I think you'll be in shock. Plus, there are many challenges, like you'll be thinking of robbers and even street kids. I think street kids now is the case. Because if
during
you just...
the night?
Yeah, during the night. You won't even pass by, do you know that road? What is it? Nelson and Chinoi. You won't be able to pass that way. Even with grocery, you won't be able to pass that
during the night.
So I cannot say there are more thieves, but street kids are now a case in Zimbabwe. They will be in groups. I know me, when I used to sell airtime, we used to replace lines. Most of the cases that you heard about, I was robbed, they will tell you it was a group of people. If you hear them, it was street kids. They will be roaming around in Harare,
CBD.
Yeah,
during the night.
During the night. That's the case we have in Zimbabwe. Especially to the ladies. Don't wanna lie. Even those ones that wears wigs, you'll be like, boom.
Yeah, even during the daytime.
Yeah.
They're robbing women.
Yeah, that's what they do.
The wigs. And even men, they look at you as if they
even
see that you're wig, they take the cape.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's
crazy.
That's what they do.
So in your case as an INDRIVE driver, I've heard cases of robbery, like you guys are being targeted. What's happening?
As an INDRIVE application itself, I think it have got security for itself. But if you decide that you just want to leave the application aside, then you do personal to personal. That's where the danger is.
What do you mean personal to personal?
Maybe you just saw a car just written INDRIVE, then you approach. That's what we call face to face, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't know the person that is approaching you. You don't know his intention. You don't know whether he wants to go or maybe he just wants a phone or money from you.
Rob you.
So that's the danger, because you won't even search for him if he stores anything from you. So that's the danger is. But the application, I can tell you, Zimbabwe got intelligent people. If you just store this phone, if I know the serial, maybe you just want to keep it or you want to sell it, I can even search for it.
You can trace it.
Yeah, I can trace it. But because if you request a ride, that means it reflects it on the application that this person requested, which means your details are there. So you might be traced. So for that one, it's just security.
So the application protects the driver and the customer.
Yeah, mostly it protects the customer. Because, the driver's side, you have to apply using the driver's license.
Yes. A
lot. I know most of the people, they say, drivers, we are not protected. It's just that they don't know the procedure when they get robbed, especially phone. But nowadays I've seen that most of the robbers, they will change the serial or they just break the phone. Like if you have an iPhone, maybe they just take the battery or the screen. So that's where the danger is.
That's where the danger is.
Yeah, that's where the danger is.
So you said that INDRIVE protects the customer more compared to the driver.
Yeah.
And it's evident that a lot of drivers are suffering, especially during the night, being robbed. And what other alternative are there instead of INDRIVE?
There is Bolt, then there is TaxF, then there is Hyundai. There are many applications, but most of the clients, they don't love those applications because they feel like it's expensive. especially if you talk about boat, because boat mostly it can change the price. If it say you want to go to Chitungisa for $6, at the end of the ride maybe it just calculated your money was $10. Maybe it was including those traffics, going to Chitungisa there's
so
traffic.
They calculate minutes.
Yeah, that's why they calculate. Mostly, when you are on that map, it shows you are riding this ride for 15 minutes. So if it exceeds that time, which means boat will increase, it is good, to the driver's side, because it wasted your time and you need man. That's the thing.
Oh, now I understand. So it protects more the driver.
Yeah, that's what boat does. And that's why
it chases away customers because it doesn't provide.
But now I've seen that they are changing different things. I think they are trying to, I don't know what they are trying to do. Because boat is popular even in other countries. But I see in Zimbabwe, people just like INDRIVE.
Zimbabweans are very calculative.
Yeah, they are. They calculate, bruh. Even a client might even request it for ride for maybe for $7. Then when you call the client, say is the address true? Then you say I don't know if you can help me, I only have $5. But the application is saying the ride is for $7. Why is saying is for $5? That's what Zimbabweans do.
They negotiate. People are negotiating.
That's what they do, bruh. And you'll be shocked that all right, you say maybe me, I'm going to Mavuku. Yeah. Then I see a ride going that way. Then the client says, me, I only have $5. Then you say, maybe I'm going that way. So maybe I can just say it's okay. Then on the way, you can find out that person might say, can you pass by chicken slice? I want to buy food
with you.
Yeah, that's what they do, Zimbabweans. That's what they do. I've encountered that one. Someone else did that. Then I just say, God help me.
I know I'm going to put you on the spot here as an INDRIVE driver. A lot of people talk about avenues, the ladies of the night. How serious is the case of the ladies of the night when you are passing by? Like, how's the situation?
Or like, what they do or what?
Like what they do. Do they like stand in front of the car and?
I think that one is old fashioned. That one, that like a person who opened and what. Nowadays, I'm a driver. I can tell you what's on the ground like nowadays. Nowadays they are PNAs. I don't know what the SPAs, what those palace, what they are doing massage. We will be driving passengers who will be going there for massages. That's what now they do.
So you're saying that massage parlors, those places, it's where it's happening?
Yeah, that's where now it's happening. Me, I have traveled a lot, bruh. In Nara, especially in Nara, there's no that job you can tell, this one. I have seen a lot, bruh. People will be going there a lot.
Massage parlors?
Yeah, that's where the thing is going.
Yeah,
that's where everything is happening. Nowadays, to see someone who's in street, I think
to see someone in the streets opening their
I know it is happening, but it's low. It's now kind of low.